Good morning, ADHD world.
Good morning, ADHD world, and welcome to the channel. Hayley, beat it. It's Friday morning, it's 8 o'clock, and today we're going to a place in Scotland called Bathgate. And I'm going to show you on the map where it is. So let's have a look on the map as to where we're going today. So our journey is starting around about here, near Glasgow, and then we're going to be travelling along the M8, here, past Shotts, Hart Hill, Whitburn, and there you have it, Bathgate. So it's about 30 miles away. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump on the bike and get there. So we're off to Bathgate. I've not actually told you why we're going to Bathgate, so I better let you know. We're going to go and see a guy whom I've known for a while. His name is Derek, and he is very much an ADHD entrepreneur. And the reason why I'm going to see him today is because he's set up this new business of his called Float Scotland. And basically what it is you go into what looks like a big giant bean, or like a mini spaceship, make it sound more exotic, and you float in this salted water. And I think he says you can float for up to an hour or so. So I'm going to be going there to check out one of these flotation tanks and have a bit of an experience in there. Also have a chat with Derek afterwards, probably about the business, how he set it up. Might have a chat about ADHD, and I'd be interested to hear from him about the flotation tank, if he thinks there are any health benefits from it, because that's one of the things he said to me, that I need to go down and see what it's like, because I'll love it, because there's so many health benefits from it. So I'll hear from him what these health benefits are, and I'll get to sample it myself. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also just looking forward to having a bit of downtime. Things have been so busy of late, folk coming to our clinic for assessment and treatment of ADHD. So I'm looking forward to just unwinding, relaxing, and just shutting down for an hour inside a pod. So I'm out today on the amazing BMW GS 1250 Triple Black. I think I've already said before, I love riding this bike because it's just so comfortable, so easy. Even though it's quite big, it feels almost effortless at times just to ride it.
even when it's going slow and slow manoeuvres, it's just so easy to handle. It's got one of these quick shifter gear things that means you don't have to use the clutch, but you tend to find when you're going a bit slower or in the lower gears it can be very jerky. But I love it, and this is my probably go-to bike in the winter because it's got the shield here which keeps off most of the cold wind. And today, well, it's 8 degrees today, so it's not too bad, but with that wind chill it could feel so much colder. Got the handlebar protectors here. It's got heated grips which are very toasty, and it's also got a heated seat which sends the heat all the way through my body. Sometimes the heat can get too much on your bottom, and there's been a couple of times I've had to pull over to turn it down again because my backside has been on fire. It's also got cruise control, and it's got the sort of handbrake thing for the hill start, which is handy because it's quite heavy, this bike. And I think this will be the furthest ride I've done on it so far, 30 odd miles to Bathgate.
So we've arrived at Float Scotland. Let's go in and have a look.
So we made it to Float Scotland, to the zero gravity, zero stimulation, just float. And the water is filling up. And I'm going to have a shower here. Yeah, it's pretty cool in here. So, yes, go and have a shower, and then I'm going to go in there. I might do a bit of filming in there. Although apparently you don't wear any bathing suit or anything like that, so hopefully my modesty will be maintained. So, quick shower, and then I'll catch up in a lab now. So that's me just come out the flotation tank. I have to say that was a interesting, weird and quite an amazing experience, all wrapped up in one. I must have dozed off about 3 or 4 times, weird dreams. But quite relaxing, I have to say, quite relaxing. And I know how Keanu Reeves feels in The Matrix when he's in that pod thing. Didn't have the thing down my throat, but everything else. So, yes, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I might come back. So, yeah. Yeah, I like it. So, let's go and have a chat with Derek. So, Derek, what made you come up with the business float?
So I struggled to switch off and to sleep, if I'm honest,
Right.
because of ADHD.
Right.
And I have another business, First Choice Living, it's home improvements.
Right.
And Jacqueline, who runs First Choice, said you should try floating.
Mhm.
I hadn't heard of it at all since, this was last April or May.
Mhm.
So I went for a float, first ever float, and I think it lasted maybe 10-15 minutes. My mind was blown away. But I could see the benefits of it, so there was a gap in the market. I ripped my showroom out here with all the bathrooms and kitchens, and I formed Float Scotland.
So this is where your kitchen showroom was?
This exactly it was the windows and doors, and then my offices were where the pods are now.
Right.
So yeah, ripped out last July, I think it was, and then we were open in October. And this is all just off a bit of paper. Yeah.
So you get an A4 bit of paper and just started drawing what it would be like?
Yeah, pretty much. I can visualise things. I had it in my head what I wanted.
Right.
And yeah, here we are.
So did you get a builder to come in and do it?
Well, luckily because it's my building and I've got my own guys and
Right.
First Choice, I had a team of guys in doing it all. I was here every single day,
right,
and making sure it was the way you see it right now. Yeah, it was interesting.
And it was Jacqueline that says
It's all Jacqueline's fault.
It's her fault.
It's her fault.
Well, she must have known that you're getting a bit fidgety and restless. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I get bored easy. So First Choice has been going since 2008, and it's ticking away nice, and I'm still involved in it. But I'm always looking for the next thing, and I guess that's maybe one of my challenges, where I'm always trying to what can I do next.
And you were mentioning earlier about growth, so you might actually put more pods in.
Yeah, I'm looking to knock through. We've got 3 units here. I can put in more pods. It already is the biggest one in Scotland.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, if we had another 3, it'll be the largest in the UK. But I'll maybe wait 3 months, 6 months.
I'll have left 5 minutes. You'd be doing another drawing. No, I've never actually done that, but it's the first time being in a pod like that and floating. The idea of floating somewhere, you don't really trust your body that you're going to stay afloat, but actually it was amazing, interesting, but weird, I think I said earlier, but I remember in there sort of switching off, and I knew I fell asleep. Do you know what I knew? I don't want to say that, other person's you, but I knew I fell asleep because I went like this. Like you do.
I wouldn't then it's swallowing in the salt, because that can be quite nippy.
Yes, there was, as I say, I was worried that I was going to think I was in my bed, I was going to roll over and then just get all that salt in my eyes. That would have been a disaster. You said, one of the things you said earlier was about finding it really difficult to relax, and you said the first time you went into the pod, you only lasted like 20 minutes. How have you managed to increase the amount of time in there, and what has the benefit been for you?
Yeah. If it was 20 minutes, it might be even 10 or 15, to be honest. So I was just saying before you started this, I'm up to about 90 minutes now.
90.
But to answer your question, I think the more you do it, the more the relaxation I'm in there.
Right.
You know, I find it really hard to switch off.
Right.
And this has been an absolute godsend for me.
Right. Has it helped you be able to relax in other situations?
Yeah, I am very grounded and calm as a person.
Right.
People might say different.
But I spoke to Jacqueline earlier.
Should you? Oh, there you go. Thanks for blowing out the water. But what was your question there? Sorry, Don. I don't know what you forgot to say.
Have you been able to transfer the ability to relax in there to other situations?
Yeah. I think it has helped me.
Right.
For sure.
So maybe this business then will mean that you won't need to do any other businesses because you're quite relaxed now?
Well, relaxed and being ambitious and want to do something is 2 different things.
Uh-huh.
Kind of still sit still and and be content, I need to work on that. I think.
Right, okay. No, but it is, I think you are onto a winner, and I can imagine that the more word gets out about places like this, or your place, you will find that you'll get more and more referrals coming. And I think it's interesting, I mean, I don't know the evidence behind it, but I've always said that you can look at research and you can look at sort of empirical evidence around treatments, if you like. But if a single person says, actually, going in there has helped me and it's allowed me to do A, B, and C, then it might be the case that other folk who tried to float would also have a similar benefits from it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a book full there of people with fibromyalgia, PTSD, stress, but because the body absorbs them and needs them self-solves, it can't not help you. It automatically helps you.
Right.
But for ADHD, I would highly, highly, highly recommend someone try it.
Right, okay.
And I'm living proof of it.
Right, well, you never know. There might be people watching this video today go, actually, I fancy a wee float. I'm going to go down there and get it. And although I was just coming down for, to meet you and hear about it and maybe experience a wee bit, now that I've actually done it, I think I might be back.
I'm rude not to.
Okay. Well, thanks, Derek. I better get back. So thanks for showing me around. Thanks for allowing me to use your amazing float system, and I shall see you soon.
Okay, thanks, Gordon. Thank you.
What's that?
Good.
So that was Float Scotland. Derek, the entrepreneur. Hope you enjoyed his chat about his float system. On the way home, so I've just swung by Loch Ard here in the Trossachs in Scotland. I thought maybe it'd be nice to share some scenery with you. And I've had a bit of a disaster with the Insta360 camera. The extended selfie stick went out way too far, and as you can see, or can you see? Yes, the lens has been scratched because it dragged along the ground. Disaster. So yeah, anyway, back to Float Scotland. I really enjoyed being in that tank. It was nice just to escape all the rigours of normal everyday life and just chill out, forget everything for an hour. Dozed off 2 or 3 times, which was a bit strange, waking up again in pitch blackness floating somewhere. But it was nice. Enjoyed the chat with Derek afterwards. Hope you found that of interest as well. He's very clear in his mind that he's derived lots of health benefits from spending time in his flotation tanks. He says that he's calmer now since spending time in there. I don't actually know how often he goes in there. I think it's maybe every day. But he said he could only do it for 15 minutes to begin with, and now he's built it up to 90 minutes. And he says he feels calmer, he sleeps better since spending time in there, and also, yeah, overall he feels his general health and well-being is better for it. So for me, I just enjoyed the relaxation. I enjoyed just unplugging myself from normal everyday life and getting a chance to relax. And if you're somebody who's looking for at least that, then it's probably worthwhile popping along to Float Scotland and just unplugging yourself from the world and relaxing for a bit. So I hope you enjoyed today's show and the content. I hope you found it of interest. If you did, then please click the like button. If you didn't, well, click that then. And if you want more content, then just please subscribe. So I'll leave you with some of the scenery here in the amazing Trossachs. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can enjoy that. And I'll see you the next time. Bye for now. There's people fishing. People actually swimming. They must like the cold water. Yeah, it's just some beautiful scenery.